Did the Lakers and the passengers know what was going on at this point?
The captain told me to go back and tell the team that we had some electrical problems and that our intentions were to stay on top of the overcast and try to get up to Minneapolis by staying on top and finding a better airport. We stayed on top, but as we proceeded to the northwest, we just got higher and higher and higher. And like I said, we got up as high as 17,000 feet with no oxygen. And everybody was really having a hard time breathing at that altitude. There wasn't much we could do about it, but we stayed on top. We were collecting a lot of ice. All the leading edges were icing up. The leading edge of the wings, the propellers, just everything was icing up. So the captain told me to go in the back where my suitcase was and get my razor blade and see if I could get that and maybe scrape off some of the icing on the windshield. Well, that didn't work. We got that razor blade, and I remember just being so out of breath just by walking back to the back end of the airplane and then back to the cockpit. And it was a chore just to get back up front. And we tried to scrape some of the ice off, but it was fruitless. We just couldn't get the job done. So
it became clear that this airplane needed to get on the ground.
We needed to get on the ground, yes. And with staying on top and not knowing where we were, we had no means of navigation.
What about radios or communication?
No radios. All of the electrical system that we would normally use for navigating, we had lost. So all we were doing was kind of heading toward the North Star. And as we got farther north, the tops just got higher and higher. We flew for about 4 hours. And gas became a problem. We decided that we better let down and try to find some place to land before we ran out of gas. And so we started down slowly, and we didn't know the altimeter setting in the area that we were, so we were letting down rather slow, not wanting to run into the ground. And when we got down to where we figured we were somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,000 or maybe 2,000 feet above the ground, we opened the side windows, and the captain and co-pilot.
Do you remember their names?
Yes, the captain's name was Vern Ullman, and the co-pilot's name was Harold Gifford.